Hey retro lovers, welcome to the Nostalgia Junkies podcast, where we talk all about pop culture, retro toy collecting, and nostalgia. And now, here are your Nostalgia Junkies.
I'm Alex.
And I'm Brandon.
And this is Nostalgia Junkies, your podcast for all things retro and nostalgia, 80s, 90s, 2000s, pop culture, all fun games, toys, just all of it.
Everything.
Want to add anything to that?
I think you got it.
I think I hit everything there. Oh, well, summer's right around the corner.
So excited.
I can't wait. As a school teacher, it is just the best time of the year.
Yeah, I mean, work ends for you and picks up for me. So,
yeah.
Love it.
But I thought it'd be fun this morning or this afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this episode, to look through some of the most iconic commercials from childhood that would play during the summer.
Ah, dude, so nostalgic.
Right? So our first one, I think, is the most iconic one.
Iconic.
The Sears Air Conditioner commercial.
I cannot live another day without air conditioning.
Says tomorrow's gonna be hotter.
Hotter?
Like yesterday.
Yesterday? Yesterday you said you'd call Sears.
I'll call today.
You call now.
I'll call.
Now's the time to save on Sears installed central air conditioning. Get 0% finance charge, no billing, and no payments until August with the
This is
Sears
such a good
Charge
commercial.
Home Improvement Plan. Call now for a free in-home estimate on a Kenmore air conditioning system. State-of-the-art engineering means
That's a very
greater
long
energy
commercial.
efficiency.
Apparently.
Kenmore could
We
save
found the one with
10
all
to
the information.
44% on your annual cooling costs.
In case you
time,
needed the
you can pay for
800
yourself.
number.
Sears also
You know
offers
how much you're
fast
gonna save.
emergency installation, a 5-year warranty on parts and labor.
Ooh,
plus
5
our
years.
satisfaction
Pretty sure that
guarantee.
warranty's
And
over.
you know Sears will
Couple
be there
years
to back
over.
it up.
Just a
Get
bit.
0% finance charge, no billing, no payments until August. Offer ends May 31st.
We don't even have a
so call
Sears
now and
anymore.
save with
What's Sears?
Yeah, exactly.
So what's the paper say about tomorrow?
Another scorcher.
Cool.
Cool.
That whole aspect of I'll call later, I'll call tomorrow, you'll call now.
I'll call now.
It is such a just a small line that is just funny as you get older.
Oh, yeah. Because that's reality.
Oh yeah. I mean, how many of us have said like to our wives that we'll do something later and then went, no. You're gonna do it now.
Mine sure does.
I know mine does too. But it's funny. So I got a kick out of this. So as you know, yesterday I actually went and saw the Back to the Future musical.
Yeah.
And there's a scene where they're outside the mall. And in the background they have J.C. Penney.
Oh, man. R.I.P.
I was wondering if they're going to show Sears, but it was J.C. Penney.
Filene's.
Right? My great grandmother always called it felines. Because
Interesting.
that's how she pronounced. This is the woman who didn't like the taste of water.
Never heard that.
Yep, that was my great grandmother. That was my nana.
I love it.
But did you remember I'm guessing you remember this commercial.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I feel like I see so many people post about this commercial. It's very iconic. And just like I remember growing up with an air conditioner, and my mom would say, "Can you put the air conditioner in today?" "I'll do it tomorrow." No, you're gonna do it now.
Exactly.
Like,
I
if
think
you want to live here.
Yeah, exactly. I think we've all been through it. And I literally did it like last week, put ours in at home then.
But let's look at this next one that we have up. It is the Clear Eye commercial.
Oh, geez.
For dry, red eyes, Clear Eyes is awesome. Unlike the other leading eye drop, it removes redness and has an ingredient to moisturize. Wow. The difference is clear. Clear
I,
Eyes.
I don't know. I mean, everything had great commercials. I feel like when we were growing up, like the marketing was just so on point that as a kid, I wanted to get Clear Eyes.
I don't know if I'd go that far because as a kid, I didn't like that commercial. But obviously, it's humorous as you get older.
I don't know. It was interesting having the maybe this is where my fascination with like eyeball type nostalgia came from. 'Cause, like one of the things I collect are like little eyeball merchandise.
He's just an eye guy.
I'm an eye guy, buddy. Yay! But
You like Mike Wazowski by chance?
did you see? I'm in the commercial. But no, it was great. Like I think that the way that they did it, the deadpan of the actor is just phenomenal for that.
What's his name?
It's Ben something. Oh God, what's his name? I know it's Ben something.
Ben Stein.
Ben's. Dang, I was gonna say Stein.
Do you know what movie from our childhood he's in?
Oh yeah, Ferris Bueller.
In addition to
Oh, that I do not know.
Casper.
Really? Who was he in Casper?
He's the lawyer when Crittenton, when they're in the office going over the will. It's him.
I did not know that.
It sure is.
The more you know. Yeah. And then the last commercial.
Oh,
Like I put this in there because I feel like it's a very iconic commercial from the summer. And I mean, let's just watch it.
Bonjour, je suis le grand Muzzy.
Je suis la jeune fille.
Yes, that's French they're speaking. And no, these children aren't French. They're American.
They're
and they've
American.
acquired their amazing new language skills.
Thank you for
from
the
Muzzy,
distinction.
the remarkable new video language program for children developed by the British Broadcasting Corporation. With this unique BBC language course, children learn a second language with incredible ease. 4 delightful videos quickly become their favorite TV show
Rosetta
and
Stone
teaches
for
children the
kids.
same way they learned
Exactly.
English. Learning another language becomes fun. You'll be amazed when your children begin speaking and understanding their new language from the very first day through this unique method.
but you won't be
Muzzy
able to
now comes with
understand
4
them.
videos, 2 audios, a script book, parents guide, a
Voulez-vous
new exciting
coucher avec moi
CD-ROM,
ce
plus
soir?
this free bonus with
You're
your
grounded.
order, a special vocabulary video that adds hundreds of new words. We'll charge your credit card $28.17 a month for 6 months plus a one-time shipping cost.
And they really marketed this to us. Like it was
Yeah, dude, it's like hooked on phonics.
So I'll be honest, whenever the Muzzy commercial came on and I was watching like Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, Disney, I would change the channel.
Really?
I don't know what it was about the Muzzy commercial. I found it super boring.
Yeah, I mean, as a kid, I could see why.
Yeah, it's learning. Who wants to learn watching TV?
They're American.
No, these kids aren't French. Thanks. I don't think
Oh,
anyone was confusing that.
at all.
But I know I think for me, like it kind of combined where the wild things are, like the visual of Muzzy,
I could see that.
along with, do you remember? I can't. Oh, was it Ambi and Dexter, the Nickelodeon,
Holy crud, I forgot about
the
that.
bumper?
Yeah, yeah.
And to me, that's what that kind of combined. It had like the watercolors aspect of Ambi and Dexter
Mhm.
with the where the wild things are monster, and I wanted none of it.
Plus his voice. He sounds like an old, was it old school? You got a dart in your neck.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
It just sounded like he was swallowing everything that he said.
Yeah, it's really weird.
But so those were the 3 most iconic commercials that I could come up with from summer and childhood. Was there any that like you remember?
Oh yeah, there's like the iconic summer one
What's
in
the
my eyes.
So what's the iconic someone in your eyes?
When a large woman is floating in the inner tube.
The hostess one.
Hey, where's the cream filling?
That is a really good one.
Yeah. Yeah. That was like my instant thought when I saw the list.
I had to go away from snacks for a little bit. I feel like we always do snack commercials.
It's because they're the best. But
They
I
are
get
the
it.
best.
I get it.
They are the best. But so what do you say we get into this or that?
Love it.
So today's This or That segment has been brought to you by ThrowbackBuys.com, your one-stop shop for all things nostalgic. Whether you're looking for kooky sweaters, the Game Boy, or the Demon Lord Furby, Throwback Buys is the site for you. Use our code NJPOD for 15% off your order. Details will be linked in the description below. So I went with some just like very 90s-esque This or That's this week. First one up, Magic School Bus or Bill Nye the Science Guy?
Bill Nye.
Really?
Yep.
Why?
I love both, but I was just far more into Bill Nye when I was younger, for sure. Plus, I met him and he was awesome.
Well, that would sway your vote.
Yes, for sure.
I feel like maybe it's an age thing because like
Oh, definitely.
I loved Bill Nye, but it was a little bit before my time. It was what we would watch whenever our teacher was out. But Magic School Bus to me was like I would love to sit down and watch more Magic School Bus.
It's so good. It is really good.
So we actually put this vote up on Instagram, and it was 54% Magic
Magic
School
School Bus.
Bus
Yep.
and 46% Bill Nye.
I'm surprised Bill Nye got 46%. I thought he would have got less.
So what's funny is like about 2 hours into the vote, Bill Nye was leading like 80-20.
Wow. Okay.
So there's a lot of Magic School Bus stands. I think Danny Tamborelli tipped that vote.
That's fair. That's fair.
But the next one, with summer being right here, we had to go baseball.
Oh, geez.
So what was the better baseball movie? Rookie of the Year or The Sandlot?
So I love Rookie of the Year. Sandlot blows it out of the water. Sandlot is top 3 movies all time for me. Like out of everything, not just like summer or baseball. It's up there.
I agree.
I love it.
I love baseball movies. I love that whole genre of like the kid baseball movie. I think Rookie of the Year is phenomenal.
So good.
It doesn't hold a candle to The Sandlot.
Dude, oh man, the 4th of July scene when they're running through their neighborhood cookout and the fireworks are going off and they got Ray Charles singing. Oh, dude, nothing is more nostalgic. That's like nostalgic childhood summer all wrapped into one.
Agreed. So I actually showed Sandlot to my students the other week, and it is the one movie, actually one of 2 movies
They
that I
sat and
showed them
watched.
that they sat down, shut up, and watched it. There was no argument, like they were all hooked.
I love that, dude. It is timeless. It's yeah, it's so good.
We ended up having to go to lunch, and like we had to pause the movie like 5 minutes from an ending, and they were groaning. They're like, "Can we just skip lunch?"
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Only one other movie did that.
What era?
2000s Disney. Theatrical Disney. Not animation.
Theatrical Disney.
Based off of a book.
Holes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, Holes is so good. Last week I went back and watched it again. It's for the first time in a while, and it's so good.
I would say it took them a while to get into Holes. I put it on, like, even like for the beginning with like the Sweet Feet.
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't care about the shoes, didn't care about him going to the camp Evergreen Lake there. It wasn't until he's in the office and the warden slaps Mr. Sir.
Yeah, with the venom nail
That's
polish.
what got him. That's what got him.
Of course it did.
And it's like, oh, I'm glad physical violence grabbed your attention.
Oh man.
But from that moment, they were hooked for every minute.
It gets worse as far as violence goes. So sad.
Oh yeah, it does. But we have so let's the results from our poll on Instagram. No shocker here. 13% for Rookie of the Year, and 87% for The Sandlot. I guess you could say it was stacked for The Sandlot.
You've been waiting to deliver that one, haven't you?
Dude, I've been waiting for that for a long time. It's so stupid, but it's one of my favorite lines.
She's stacked.
Because, like, okay, this is going to sound a little bad. Working with middle schoolers, you overhear conversations of them talking about the people that they're interested in. And the Rookie of the Year was written how a middle schooler would speak.
Definitely.
So often we have just eloquent turns of phrases from children in movies. Rookie of the Year speaks how a middle schooler would speak.
Oh, I agree 100%. It's hilarious.
Speaking of eloquently spoken children, next up we have Boy Meets World and Saved by the Bell.
So this is very similar to the last one for me. I watch Saved by the Bell every day before school. I love it. It's one of my comfort shows. I'll go back and watch from the beginning over and over. But once again, Boy Meets World blows it out of the water. One of my top 3 favorite shows of all time.
I agree. I like Saved by the Bell was the show that when I would get out of high school in the morning, I would come home, pour a bowl of cereal at like 9 a.m., turn on Saved by the Bell, watch that, then go about my day. Boy Meets World is a show that I would wake up early to watch.
Dude, everything about it is so good.
It's like you said, it's in your top 3. It's in my top 3 as well. I probably almost every year or every other year rewatch the entire series.
Yeah, I do too. It's just one of those. It's just so relatable. And Mr. Feeney, no lie, probably taught me more about life than any actual teacher ever did.
Agreed. I know a couple of years ago, my mom, my wife got me the greeting from Mr. Feeney.
Yeah, yeah, so cool. And of course, we got to meet him and take pictures with him, which was awesome.
Yeah, with the whole cast, which is
Where they at?
somewhere here. I think it's in the other room. But no, the Boy Meets World was one of those shows that was okay ending on a heartbreak. I feel like Saved by the Bell, it always had to end bright and cheery.
Yeah, that's true.
They weren't afraid to tell a harder story, but it always had to end
Had the resolution. Yeah,
exactly. Boy Meets World lets you sit with it.
they did.
It had you saying, "Damn you, Michael Jacobs," at the end of an episode.
That's very true. And I love that they do the pod now too. And it's
Mhm.
cool seeing them go back and react and seeing what they had forgotten, and it's just so awesome to watch.
Mhm. I'd say, like, I think also, like, as they got further into the show, it let the arcs get, like, those sad arcs get longer
Yeah, yeah.
because they could show that each character was having their struggles at the same time. Like, within a matter of few episodes, we had Eric giving up Tommy. You had Chet Hunter dying. You had Angela leaving Sean.
Damn, now I know where my anxiety comes from, dude.
Yeah, you turn into TGIF every week, and Michael Jacobs would be like, "Hey, thank God it's Friday, but here's misery."
Yeah, dude, I never thought of it like that, but yeah, it's true. And dude, I didn't see till recently because I didn't watch Girl Meets World, but the episode where they brought Tommy back,
Wasn't it great?
incredible. It was such good writing.
That's so as iffy as Girl Meets World was. Like, it definitely fit Disney's pop 2000s vibe.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They did a really good job honoring the original, like, source material.
Yeah, I saw very little of it, but what I did see, I agree for sure.
And you saw who the superintendent was, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Turner.
Dude, he was so cool to be in our video too.
I know. We all wanted to be the cool teacher.
We
have
all
a
wanted
mullet.
a mullet. Yeah.
But so we put this up on Instagram as well, and the vote went actually really, really close. I
I'm
was
not surprised. I'm not surprised by that.
45% for Saved by the Bell
Okay.
and 55% Boy Meets World.
Well, they still made the right choice. So it's all good.
Exactly. So if you would want to be a part of any of our this or that polls, they're living on Instagram. Both Brandon and I share them on Instagram. We'll be sharing them on Nostalgia Junkies Pod. So be sure you're following us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, the socials, carrier pigeons, all of that. But what do you say we get into meat and potatoes?
I could sure go for some meat and potatoes.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
If you've enjoyed listening to today's episode, be sure to check out some of our older episodes, whether it's our Disney Afternoon theme song review or our new throwback series where we dive 40 years into the past. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube for updates, nostalgia-related shorts, and videos of each episode. If you'd like to support the show, you could leave a 5-star review on your favorite streaming service or even send us an email at nostalgiajunkiesct@gmail.com to let us know your thoughts. Now, back to the show. So today on Nostalgia Junkies, we are going to be ranking the top DCOM movies. I think it's kind of redundant, but the Disney Channel original movies from, obviously, the Disney Channel.
You don't say.
I know. I wonder where these DCOM movies come from. These are Disney DCOM movies.
On the Disney Channel.
Yes. The channel of the mill. Shut up. The mouse.
Reese's Penises.
Oh, that's a throwback.
Oh, so good.
You're a dick.
He had to be there.
Oh, if you don't know what we're talking about, go watch some of the original episodes.
It was probably like episode 2.
I think it was. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we are going to be ranking these DCOM movies special. Damn it, I'm self-conscious about it. We're going to be ranking these DCOMs based on an S tier ranking where S is the best, F is the worst, and let's just get into it before I say anything else that's stupid.
I'm ready.
So up first, we have Brink.
I love Brink. And I made my mom buy me rollerblades after I saw it.
Maybe it's because I didn't watch it in childhood and I caught it later. I wasn't impressed. It wasn't bad. I wasn't impressed. I personally will put it as a B tier.
I mean, that's a fair ranking.
I think so. This one, like, it's not bad. It's not an F, but I would not say it's an S tier DCOM.
You're just doing that because of Walter Jones's hairline in that movie.
The thing is, I have no idea what you're referencing.
You don't?
No.
Dude. You know who that is, right?
You're talking about the Black Power Ranger?
Yeah. Did you even know he was in Brink?
Not even. No.
Oh,
That's what I'm
no.
saying. It's been a while since I've watched this, but like it didn't stick with me. I wasn't the biggest fan of it when I watched it. I
Dude.
think I had to watch it 3 times because I fell asleep.
Oh my God. People are going to hate you.
I know. That's fine. They could hate me in the comments. Oh, God. What in the LeBron is that?
That's worse than LeBron. I don't know what they did to him.
They gave him the half pipe special.
Yep, for the movie. I don't know, but it's awful.
But I mean, I would say B tier, like B for Brink. It's not a bad movie. It has a lot of nostalgia for people. I want to respect that. But let's be honest, it is not an S tier, even an A tier DCOM.
For me, it's on the brink of B and A, like right in between.
Oh,
but
it's on the brink of A.
you like that?
That was good. That was good.
But yeah, I'm cool with B for that.
Just I would say, like, knowing what's coming up, I would say if we put Brink at an A, we're gonna be flooded with S tiers.
That's true.
So I would say B.
And also, we already know that
We
our
already
views
know
are
which
gonna-
one's getting the S.
We already know that our views are going to differ slightly because of the age difference as
Agreed.
well. So.
Agreed. So we'll say it's B plus A minus.
Yeah, fine.
Unfortunately, there's not a row for that. But up next, Luck of the Irish. Maybe because it's a basketball movie, maybe because it's about St. Patty's Day, but for me, it's A tier.
It's A, yeah, no doubt.
It's a great movie. It's just a great movie.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, like you said, I'm Irish, obviously. I played basketball and loved it. And yeah, it's one of those. I mean, they kind of all have the same thing in common in the fact that they're super relatable, aside from him being a leprechaun, obviously. But yeah, it's just like they were all relatable to us when we were that age because we wanted to be the cool kid in school. We wanted, like, yeah, it's good. It's great.
So A tier.
A tier for Luck of the Irish, for sure.
Up next, Motocrossed.
Another one that I love. Everyone wanted to be a badass on a dirt bike when that movie came out.
Agreed. In my opinion, it is the dirt bikes of Brink.
Okay.
So like I would push and say C tier.
C tier for motocross, huh?
Yeah,
Wait, what do we have left?
Again, it's not a bad movie. To me, it didn't hit. Maybe it's because I wasn't allowed to do dirt
Yikes.
bikes as a kid.
I didn't have
Maybe
one
it's
either.
because, like, I had a bunch of kids that were my grade that were like the Fox kids. Remember the
yeah.
stupid Fox stickers and all that crap?
Yep.
And they were all, I don't know. Some of the kids I grew up with that rode dirt bikes were really great. But I had a couple knuckleheads in class that I couldn't stand them.
That's fair. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, he's letting that judge his opinion on motocross, but
I didn't want to watch the movie because of that.
well, I guess it's C tier then.
I will say what's funny is when I started collecting VHS, the first DCOM that I picked up
Motocross.
was Motocrossed.
Dude, they're not cheap
No, they're not.
or easy to find.
They're very rare. But I would say C tier.
Fine.
Do you fight with me? Argue for it.
I mean, I'm kind of the same as I was with Brink. Like it would Motocross would be closer to a B to me, but
Why don't we put it in low B then?
low B.
Because
Low
like,
B.
listen, man, like I will fight you tooth and nail on some of these movies, but I mean, you can either go with it or push back.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
13th year. What's your opinion on 13th year?
Yeah, I think that 13th year would be a C.
Really?
Yeah.
That is, I put it on the higher side of a B,
Okay.
but I mean, I actually really enjoy 13th year. Maybe it's the whole thing of him turning into a mermaid and the whole aspect of like some mythological creature that really I enjoyed that as a kid.
Yeah, of course.
But I also feel like a couple years ago you were talking about this movie and I couldn't remember it.
I remember that. Yes.
So it's
This
like
is
it's
true.
funny because like I remember liking it as a kid, but it wasn't enough for me to remember it.
So it should probably be a little lower.
I agreed. So yeah, I think for 13th year, C tier is probably a good ranking for that. It is like the poor man's flipper.
Yeah. It's what's that movie? Is it Bruno? The Disney one where they
Yeah. Oh no,
not
Luca.
Luca, yes.
Dude, I made the
Bruno.
same mistake.
The heck?
The same exact mistake the other week. But that or what's that stupid Nickelodeon movie they did with the mermaids? H2O or something like that?
Oh, I've never heard of it. I don't know.
Oh, don't go down that rabbit hole. It
That
then
bad.
became a TV series.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, no, don't go do that.
I will not.
Okay, up next, Johnny Tsunami.
A.
Agreed.
Yes.
Yeah, it was kind of just that refreshing movie that we all needed. You know, like we talked about Brink, Motocrossed, they're very similar. Johnny Tsunami brought that X game vibe, but in a completely different feel.
Yeah, it was like the X game vibe, but it was, I mean, obviously part of it based in Weiss. It was like the laid back, like
Mhm.
just the whole chill vibe of it. It was such a good movie. I've watched that one so many times.
I feel like I'm itching for a rewatch.
And the second one's good too.
Wasn't it Back on Board?
Yeah.
It's about isn't that one's about skateboarding or
Is he?
longboarding?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like Johnny Tsunami is A tier. Johnny Tsunami 2 is B tier.
Oh, yeah. Sequels as
Sequels
usual.
are
Yeah.
usually well,
Well,
we have another one coming up that the sequel is just as good. The sequel, not so much.
yes, I know which one you're talking about. We'll get there.
Johnny Tsunami A tier though.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Smart House.
S tier.
Are you just saying that because it begins with an S?
Yes. No. No, that's one of my favorite and one of the ones my brother and I watch the most. Yeah, that's the top of the list for sure.
I feel like it's bad because you and I have very similar tastes. I also agree. Smart House is one of my favorite DCOM movies. I love Katie Seagal. I think she's a phenomenal actress. Like I talked about on the last podcast, I had a huge crush on her growing up. As we said earlier off camera, which I'm going to put on camera, that woman has aged like fine wine.
Oh yes, she's even better looking now than she was when she was however old she was when that movie came out. But
But like this was such a unique movie for its time. Early 2000s, we didn't really have smart features in a house. It was still a dystopian theme.
yeah,
And nowadays, like basically everything that existed in Smart House can exist today.
in a form that in some form or another, most of those things are doable.
So when is Katie Seagal going to record the Alexa voice?
She totally should.
Right? I would love that. But I agree. Smart House S tier. It is just it is
Perfect decom.
It is. And I love the fact that it didn't get a sequel.
Yep. Don't mess with a good thing. They
Doesn't need it. There's no call for it. The movie on its own is great. Just keep rerunning it.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, I think it is. Now I gotta look. I'm pretty sure before I say it. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, that's what I thought. It is the same kid. The Luck of the Irish Kid and the Smart House Kid is the same kid.
Didn't you say he was in something else too earlier, or was it just those two?
No, those two. I was making sure it was that actor who was in multiple. And yes, it was.
I will say, I think that's something that Disney did really well of reusing their actors.
Yes.
Part of
They
me wonders if that had to do with like the laws around child actors and how you don't have to pay them royalties if they're under the age of 18.
Yeah, I mean they could have. I mean, Andy Lawrence was literally the king of DCOMs. He was in like 5.
That would be something interesting to look into. Like, who has been in the most DCOMs?
Him,
Is it really him?
I'm pretty sure.
We'll have to look that up later. Because I believe you.
Because off the top of my head, Horse Sense, Jumping Ship, Going to the Mat, The Other Me,
Yep.
and I think there was a second Jumping Ship. We'll have to check that, but I'm pretty sure. So that would be 5.
Wow. I'm wondering, like, did they have their own what's the dude that does all the voice? John Ratzenberg.
Oh yeah.
Like, did they have like some guy in the background just that was in every movie? Their own Stan Lee.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's where I want to look into it a little bit because I feel like Anthony Lawrence definitely,
Andrew.
but Andy, my bad. Anthony Lawrence's beans.
Yeah, yes. Was he in any?
I feel like just the Even Stevens movie, which is technically a decom, but I feel like also should be standalone.
Yeah, for sure.
But, so either the Lawrence brother or if there was like a producer or something that was
Yeah.
man with bag in mall.
Exactly.
But so our next movie, Up and Away. I know. So you and I talked about this before. I thoroughly enjoy this movie. I recognize it's not the best decom, but in my opinion, without Up and Away, there would be no Sky High.
I mean, I don't have much of an opinion on this one. I'd have to go back and watch it again because that's how much I am not a fan. I don't remember much from it.
So basically, the premise is his parents are superheroes. His brother has powers. I think his sister started developing powers, and he is not.
Yep.
So he starts lying about having the powers, and then his family gets kidnapped, and he has to save the day without powers.
Yeah, I mean, I very vaguely remember it, so I would put it at D just because of that. But
It's the movie itself is not super exciting. I would say it's one of the ones that I enjoyed watching as a kid. I go back and I'm like,
well, it's
why did I
superheroes.
enjoy
Yeah,
this? That's the reason.
yeah,
But like I said, I feel like without Up and Away, there would be no Sky High because I feel like as I was describing Up and Away, I was describing Sky
Sky
High.
High. Yeah, exactly.
But I would agree. Compare it on the list of what we already have here. I would also put it at D tier.
Yeah, definitely, especially if we're comparing it to the rest. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, right now we have 13th year in C. If we're ranking Up and Away to 13th year, it Up and Away is D tier.
Yes. Yep.
So let's go to the next one. My childhood crush,
Yep.
Kirsten Bell.
Nope.
Kirsten Storm. I always do that. She played Belle on Days of Our Lives. Kirsten Storms. Zenon.
Dude, I love this movie. It's S
S
tier.
tier. It's zoom, zoom, zoom.
Protozoa, baby.
Oh, it is an S tier movie. I would watch that movie on repeat. Again,
Yep.
Partially because I just had a huge crush on her.
That's a big part, but
Yeah, I mean, well, it was her, Raven Simone,
the girl
was the other
plays
girl?
Margie.
the girl that plays
I
Margie.
don't know her name, but she was also in one of my favorite Christmas movies, very underrated. I'll Be Home for Christmas.
Oh,
She's Jonathan Taylor Thomas's younger sister.
look at that. No, I just feel like it's interesting. Like, I mean, like my mom was big into soap operas growing up. So we watched, Young and the Restless, Days of Our Lives, As the World Turns. And Kirsten Storm played Belle Black on
Yeah.
Days of Our Lives.
Yep.
So anytime I was homesick from school and she'd have to stay home and watch me, we'd watch Days of Our Lives or we'd watch it on the VHS that were recorded. So I watched her long before she was on Zenon.
I watched her blossom into Zenon.
Don't make it gross. I was like 7. But I loved Zenon. It's such a great movie. I think the sequel is also just as good.
Yep, that's the one we were talking about.
Yep. Z3, we can pretend that one doesn't exist.
Correct.
But
Kinda
Zenon and Z2, the sequel.
It's kind of like Halloween Town. I know we don't want to get into Halloween, but
Well, I mean, I think let's open that can of worms because we're not talking about can of worms. Halloween Town, great movie. Halloween Town 2, also a great movie. Halloween Town 3, but the Halloween Town High
was not bad.
I like that one.
I do too.
And yeah, like I mean, we could sit here if we could add Halloween movies, we'd be here all night.
Yes, or holiday movies in general because we didn't do Christmas either, and there's a few good ones.
But Zenon, do we agree on S tier?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Would you? Because we talk about high and low. Would you agree higher or lower than Smart House?
Slightly lower by like a millimeter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I would sandwich it between it'd be Xenon, Smart House, Z2.
I mean, that's fair too.
But I feel like I mean, dude, they're so neck and
Very
neck.
close.
It's right there.
To me, it could depend on my mood that day.
Yeah, I feel like I could generally always watch Smart House.
Yep.
I feel like I have to be in the mood for like that really cheesy, futuristic Mars 2112-esque
Yeah.
movie.
Fair.
But our last one,
Mm-hmm.
Cadet Kelly.
Yes.
Because you brought this one up, I'll let you start us off.
I mean, not super memorable as the movie itself.
Mhm.
I just love both of the girls that are in it. Come on. You got Lizzie McGuire and Ren Stevens in the same movie.
Agreed.
But I'd probably put it at C tier. That's probably where it'd be for me.
It's been a long time since I've seen it. That's also why I had you go first. It wasn't my favorite as a kid.
Of course, but
It was also I wasn't the target audience for it. But like you said, I mean it was Hilary Duff, it was Christy Carlson Romano, it was Christy Carlson Romano. So I'd probably put it at a C tier as well. From what I'm remembering, the movie itself was very enjoyable.
yeah.
Wasn't my cup
I
of
just-
tea.
I enjoyed it. Their little rivalry, them going back and forth. But yeah, I think it's average. I think it's a C. I think it's
Yeah, we'll just pop it in right there. I'd say slightly above 13th year.
yes.
It
Yeah.
lets me do it. There we go. So we have our S tier ranking.
Love it.
At the top, we have Smart House, the S-iest of S tiers with Katie Seagal.
Big S, yes.
And all the way down at the bottom, we have Up, Up, and Away
Yeah.
at D. No F tiers. No
Well-
F tiers yet.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what even I would put down there.
Horse sense.
No, I love that movie.
It's about horses.
I mean, kind of.
Yeah, there might not be.
I think I'm
like a-
just a really big Lawrence Brothers fan.
That is, yeah. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And I feel like that's one of the things. Oh, I mean, if we want to get into all of the DCOMs,
Oh yeah.
the new under wraps.
Yep. We'll put that at F.
Yeah, like I feel like if we start looking at like the newer ones where they started favoring quantity over quality,
Yeah.
then yeah, be F tier. I think one of the interesting things we talked about this a little earlier is a majority of these movies came out between 2000 and 2002.
Yeah. Yep.
They were because like we were saying off camera, they started putting out a movie once a month.
Yeah.
And it's what amazed me is the quality that held up.
They were great. I mean, they aired Saturday nights, right? Because it would be TGIF,
Mhm.
and then I
They do the
believe,
DCOM on Saturday,
yep, and then Wonderful World of Disney.
on Sunday on
Oh,
ABC.
oh, that's a whole nother can of worms.
We just respect the fact that Disney monopolized the weekend.
They did, dude. And those Wonderful World of Disney movies were great. My Date with the President's Daughter,
Mhm.
HE Double Hockey Sticks.
That was a good movie.
That's a great movie. But yeah, they killed it. In the late '90s, early 2000s, they were running the weekend for sure.
I kind of wish that they would bring back another just really good DCOM movie. Like I feel like Disney hasn't brought back like that stellar Disney Channel style movie.
Yeah, they. I would also love them to bring back a just an awesome Friday night programming block, like TGIF. I mean, they just don't do it anymore. Everyone's streaming, so you can watch whatever you want, whenever you want. So I feel like people, I don't know how much they would tune in, but that's another thing. Going back to the Lawrence brothers that they always talk about, like there's no really good wholesome family comedy like those type of shows, like just not a thing anymore.
It's not, but I feel like we've also been so catered to binging a show
Oh yeah,
where sitcoms don't really feed the binge uh, appetite, I guess you could say. I don't know.
I guess that's part of it. I don't know.
I feel like it's really hard to binge a sitcom to get into it.
Yeah, that yes, I guess that's true.
I feel like it's easy once, like, we all rewatched Friends, we rewatched The Office, we rewatch
Seinfeld,
exact.
yeah,
I don't watch Seinfeld,
yeah.
but but no, like the tried and true, we rewatch nonstop.
Yeah.
But a new sitcom is very hard to get into. Like, uh, they just did a couple years ago. They had the Mr. Iglesias on Netflix. I loved that one.
Never saw it.
We had The Big Show, had his own sitcom on Netflix.
Yeah, I remember. I saw that. Yeah.
And then there was one more,
Um,
and all three were pretty decent, but none of them really took off.
as far as like newer stuff, I enjoyed Modern Family. That was very good. I know people sometimes have an issue with it because of his political choices, but Last Man Standing, I really loved.
Great show.
It's so good.
Great show. But like, so I'm going to push back on your two choices. Not that they're not good, but like the difference between the shows that I listed and the shows that you listed, your shows are on modern cable programming.
Right, yeah.
Mine are Netflix subscriptions.
Correct, yeah.
Where I feel like the shows that are currently airing on TV, if they've gotten past like the general audience, then yes, they're doing well.
For sure.
But there's not a modern streaming era sitcom.
Gotcha. Okay. No, there's
That's
not. That I can
my
think
point.
of. Yeah.
What did we just start watching? Like Animal Control.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like we love that show. There's another one too. It's escaping my mind. I don't know. They're not important.
Ghosts?
Yes,
Is it really?
dude. I love Ghosts. I love Ghosts. There's a couple that we watched.
Young Sheldon?
I liked Young Sheldon, but like it was one that I could watch and fall in and out.
Yeah.
But there's another one. It's not coming to me. But what do you are there any other DComs you wanted to bring up?
I feel like you said you don't really remember it, but Genius was awesome. It was about the kid who went to high school early, and he was just a brainiac, and of course he was going after like the cute popular girl, trying to get her to notice him, and I don't know, it was a really good movie. And then The Other Me I loved too.
Yeah.
Back to Andy Lawrence, but it's when
I
he
don't remember
cloned
that one at all.
himself in a using a sea monkey kit. He got contaminated, and like a strand of his hair got in it, and he cloned himself.
What was up with the '90s and sea monkeys?
I had sea monkeys, and
I'm sure you did.
cried because they were on the coffee table in the living room and got spilled into the carpet. Poor little, whatever, little shrimp.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I mean, I always wanted sea monkeys.
I had an ant farm too.
I don't know why that's so funny to me.
It's funny.
That was actually another good Disney show. Was the
Ant farm.
Yep.
It was, dude. That era, maybe a little before that, but like Good Luck Charlie and Jesse, and those are good shows. Good Luck Charlie is one of my favorite Disney shows ever, and it's because of the parents.
Who was I just talking about with this? That maybe it was on the last episode. I don't remember. But the fact that like the difference between shows that let parents be parents. Oh, it was the last episode. We're talking on the Mother's Day stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where that they let parents be parents opposed to making them the butt of the joke.
Right.
Which I feel like Good Luck Charlie borderline that with the father.
Yeah.
But the mom was
and dad,
very
the mom and dad just went back and forth a little bit too.
Yeah. Well, we also know where the father's from.
Well, are we
American
talking about?
Pie?
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah, I was gonna say American Pie, buddy.
That's
Oh.
hilarious. But there was one other one I was thinking of.
But if there was any DCOMs that we left off our list that you want to hear us talk about or you think deserve to be ranked, let us know in the comments below. But what do you say we get into our 90s trivia?
Yes, let's do it.
If there is any attempt by either contestant to cheat, especially with my wife, who is a dirty, dirty tramp, I am just gonna snap. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So each of us has 4 90s themed questions, and I'm going to ask you first.
Beautiful.
Directed by Wes Craven and starring Nev Campbell, what 1996 film spoofed the horror genre while also achieving blockbuster status as a horror film?
Wait, Nev Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I'm stumped at that. Hold on. Spoofing a horror movie with Nev Campbell?
Yep. Directed by Wes Craven and starring Nev Campbell, what 1996 film spoofed the horror genre while also achieving blockbuster status as a horror film?
Scream?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct. You had
for
it.
some reason I was talking myself out of the fact that it was Scream, and I don't know why. But then I was like, Nev Campbell. That's the only thing I can think of. So, yeah. All right.
Good job.
Took me a little while to get there, but we made it. Founded in 1994 and acquired by Yahoo in 1999, what popular hosting service allowed users to create and publish their own websites for free? To be quite honest, I didn't know. So,
I mean, only one comes to mind, and I know it's not right. I want to say GoDaddy, but it's not GoDaddy.
GeoCities.
Never would have got that.
Me either. But I like the other 3 questions on here. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay. What 1993 family drama won MTV Movie Awards for a song by Michael Jackson and a kiss between a boy and a killer whale?
Yeah, Free Willy. That's, dude, that Michael Jackson song slaps. I love that music video, dude.
Oh my god, dude, it's been a minute since I've seen that.
Great movie. I watched that probably like a year or 2 ago. But
all I can remember from Free Willy is like the iconic scene of Willie just jumping over him. That, and it was in Free Willy 2 with the oil fire scene on the water. Is that 1 or 2?
ooh, I don't remember it from 1, but I also don't remember a lot from 2, but I think it was 2.
I just for some reason like that's one of the iconic scenes from Free Willy that sticks with me. I thought it was so stupid that there was fire on water because young Alex didn't realize that there could be oil fires on water, and I was watching them and be like, "Look, this stupid movie. Fire can't exist in water."
Well, yeah, that's
like
fair.
SpongeBob.
They can also, it's not under the water though. They can just swim under it.
Yeah, I know. But it wasn't. It was too hot for them to swim
Yeah.
under or something.
Probably.
Oh my gosh.
What do we got?
Come on, BP.
This one, if any, you should know. Dustin Hoffman and Julia Roberts also star in what 1991 Steven Spielberg film featuring Robin Williams as adult Peter Pan?
Hook.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. For some reason, I was about to say Jack, and I'm like, I know that's not right.
Both fantastic, but yeah, no.
And God, Rufio.
Oh, dude. Hook is another one that I go back and watch all the time. I love that movie.
So that was a movie that I really didn't like as a kid.
That's wild.
I
I
don't know.
rented it so many times from Blockbuster.
I feel like it was because my mom really pushed for me to watch it because she saw it, and as an adult, she loved it.
Well,
Like-
she probably also enjoyed Peter Pan, the original Peter Pan.
Well, that and Robin Williams.
Yeah, yeah.
So like she really wanted me to watch it, and I don't know what it was, but Hook's face in that movie, it like gave me nightmares.
Dustin Hoffman.
I didn't want to watch it.
I mean, that's a legit reason why.
But as an adult who's gone back and watched it, it is such a phenomenal movie.
Dude, The Lost Boys, like one of the most iconic 90s movie scenes is that in imaginary food fight, dude.
You're doing it, Peter. You're doing it.
I always wanted to live that moment as a kid when I was watching that movie.
Whatever that blue ice cream mashed potatoes looking thing that he flung,
Yeah.
I want to try that so bad. Like there's a few fictional foods like the Naco. I want the Naco.
The Naco, yep.
Slurm. But sploosh. But that
What is splurm? That sounds
That-
awful. You said splurm, dude.
I said slurm,
You said-
first of all.
You said splurm.
You can have some splurm if you want.
It pairs well with Reese's penises.
The splurm. No, slurm was the shut up. Dude, I'm gonna play this back when I edit this. I am 99% positive I said slurm.
All right.
Jesus. It was the Mountain Dew of Futurama.
Oh, I didn't watch Futurama.
Dude, you know this Slurm's Mackenzie, the party worm?
I don't like Futurama. I'm
Wimmy
gonna
wham wham wazzle.
I'm gonna get so much hate. I don't like Futurama. I don't like Family Guy. I don't like The Simpsons.
Oh. Okay, I can understand The Simpsons. It wasn't something I watched growing up. Family Guy is mainly fart jokes. But dude, Futurama, that is get out.
Dude, I don't know.
Come back for an episode, Lee.
Yeah.
No, I get it. It's for me it's just an iconic series from childhood. I loved when it got brought back on Comedy Central. The movies were great. I watched the first season that came back on Hulu.
Yeah.
And it felt like a middle Comedy Central season.
Okay.
Like it wasn't a great season, it wasn't a terrible season. I watched 3 episodes of this new season and it just
Didn't do it for you.
didn't do it. I'll go back and watch them, but like it's not the same. It's
Word.
not the same. But no, Slurm was the Mountain Dew of of Futurama.
Gotcha.
And Slurm's Mackenzie is probably one of my favorite episodes.
I'll have to go watch it now.
It's such a good one. That because the whole Slurm factory is like done like Willy Wonka with the Grunkalunkas.
That's awesome.
And it's like Grunkalunka lunkety darn guards. Dude, I quote that episode so often. They do all the Oompa Loompa rhymings, but they instead of like actually having good rhymes, they just like ingredients. You should not ask about secret ingredients. Like it's so bad. But let's do your next trivia question. Oh my gosh. Created by Mike Judge and first appearing in a short film called Frog Baseball. What animated duo? Oh, sorry, let me read this again. Created by Mike Judge and first appearing in a short film called Frog Baseball. What animated duo's show ran on MTV for 7 seasons from 1993 to 1997.
Oh, he said splurm. Beavis and Butthead.
I am Cornholio. I need pee-pee from my bunghole. Fire! Dude, that was I was a good kid growing up. When I was not allowed to watch something, I normally just didn't watch it, didn't play it. I waited to go to a friend's house at a sleepover and then we'll watch it.
Yeah.
That was one of the shows that like I snuck watching.
I used to watch it when my older cousins babysat me. We used to watch it.
But I don't know about you. I was born in 93. I was 4 in 97. So most of those main years for Beavis and Butthead, obviously I didn't watch. I watched the reruns. Even as a little kid watching it, all those jokes went over my head.
Oh, of course.
Like I was mainly laughing at
Ren
their
and
stupid
Stimpy.
voices.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what was funny about it.
Exactly.
Putting his shirt over his head and talking about toilet paper. But yeah, it's very Ren and Stimpy-esque.
Oh yeah. And I feel like, obviously after the Ren and Stimpy era, our parents were just very much like, no more of this.
Yeah. Well, then South Park came along. What?
I can't with you. I love South Park so much. I was actually just watching that last night.
Dude, I have fond memories eating Papa John's and watching South Park.
Wait, so you would watch South Park, but not Futurama, not Simpsons, not Family Guy.
Yeah.
Logic there?
It was funny. It was funnier to me. I just liked it. I don't
Okay.
know.
American Dad?
No.
Bob's Burgers?
I like Bob's Burgers.
Rick and Morty?
I watched the whole first season. How many seasons are there? 4?
4. We might be on 4. We're on 5.
I watched at least the first 2, and I thought it was hilarious.
Mhm.
Then I kind of just drifted away from it. But I did enjoy Rick and Morty.
Okay. I'm just trying to get like the
No,
dipstick of adult animation.
no BoJack Horseman.
Really? What? Okay, because I feel like you would actually love BoJack.
I don't know. Maybe I didn't give it a good enough shot. But
Is it the whole thing that he's the horse?
maybe.
I'll be honest, 'cause that's what I couldn't get past. The whole thing of like you have humanoid animals and like actual human people in intimate relationships. That was I did not care for that. But when you look past that, the show
When you look
does
past the bestiality,
yes, and the splurm.
fantastic.
The
Lots of splurm in that
lots of splurm in that show. But the BoJack Horseman actually was a really good commentary on mental health.
one. I definitely didn't get deep enough into it to even realize that.
It doesn't really start flaring in until like season 2.
All right. Well, maybe I'll have to go back and check out BoJack.
You got I give it a fair shake.
Anyways,
Shut up.
it's my turn, right? Oh, Jesus. What influential Staten Island hip hop crew with 9 original members, including RZA, Jizza, Raekwon, and Method Man?
Was Splurm in there too?
Might have been.
No, of course. It's Wu-Tang Clan.
Sure is.
My baby's favorite band.
Really?
Rap group. Oh yeah. I feel like I've said this before on the podcast, and you know this. My daughter's lullaby is Cream.
Yes.
It was when she was born and when she was crying, my mother-in-law said, "Why don't you sing her a song? You know, you're a musician." And the only song that came to my mind was the hook from Cream, where cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. And so we'd sing that every time that she would start crying, and she'd stop. And now, if she's like crying hysterically, I'll literally just throw on like the beginning, and you'll hear the beginning. It's not even getting to the actual song yet. She shuts up. It's great.
I love that. It's like Baby Got Back in Friends.
Exactly what it's like. Exactly what it's like. But okay, here's your last one. What animated series featured Stan, Kyle, Eric, and Kenny made his Comedy Central debut in 1997 and hit the big screen 2 years later with Bigger, Longer, and Uncut.
Rugrats.
Correct.
South Park, baby.
That's right. When you said South Park, I'm like, damn it, Brandon.
Chef Salty Balls.
Yeah.
Dude.
I'm going to lay you on down by the fire.
Jesus. This is off the rails.
Oh
All
my
right.
gosh.
Well, we already talked about South Park, so
Talked about South Park, talked about Splurm, Salty Balls.
let's see if Alex knows numero 4? Quattro.
Quattro.
I'm just kidding. Written by
We'll
Prince.
get you Muzzy.
Yeah. Written by Prince and recorded by Sinead O'Connor. What song was named #1 world single of 1990 at the first Billboard Music Awards?
I'm drawing a blank, but I know as soon as you say it, nothing matters? No, I don't know.
He's a little depressed, are we? Nothing compares to you.
Oh, yeah, no, I wouldn't have gotten that.
No?
No.
Dang. Well, beat you like usual at trivia.
Yeah, I always suck at trivia.
4 for 4, baby.
Yeah, well, you level, these were easy ones.
All right. He poked. Damn, you give him all the easy ones.
Well, listen, now you got 4 of 4. You get to move to level 2 next time.
All right.
There we go. But I've been Alex.
And I'm still Brandon.
This has been Nostalgia Junkies. Peace.
That's all, folks. Thank you for listening to the Nostalgia Junkies podcast. Follow us on social media, subscribe to the podcast, and make sure to never miss an episode. Till the next episode.